I'm depressed right now. As you can see, I'm already in the depression mode. It's weird because my tears are coming out of my eyes again. I guess it's part of the change to be depressed sometimes. I don't know what to feel to be honest. It's like the way I feel right now is like I just don't. I feel like sabotaging things. You know, I noticed that for myself. I like to sabotage relationships. On purpose. You know, friends. I sabotage friendship a lot, especially. I do that a lot, so I can be alone. I noticed that. I've been doing that since I was fucking. No, I've been doing that for a long time. Since I was in the army. Since I first joined the army and everything. Oh no, my first job. No, I've been doing that since I was young. Sabotaging things. I always sabotage a lot of friendships. Just to be alone. I sabotage a lot of friendships just to be alone. It's like sometimes what goes through my mind. It's like once I know you, it's like oh my god, do I really want to hang around with this person? So I sabotage it. I think my relationship with my ex was I sabotaged it. I sabotaged a lot of things just to be alone. You know, being alone. It's like I was alone. I was alone. I was a loner in high. Jeez, I was a loner. Period. It's like I've never been on dates. I mean, when I think after high school, I was in Germany. It's like I'd done jobs, and my coworkers tried to figure me out. They couldn't figure me out what I like, But it's like I couldn't relate to my coworkers when I was young, They're all sex maniacs. They all talk about sex. Men love talking about and bragging sex. I don't. I hate bragging about and talking about sex. It's not me. Sex. I don't know. Sex is personal. From my perspective. It's like I hate when men talk about sex and exploit women. And I can't stand that shit. It gets on my fucking nerves. I don't even like porn, to be honest. I don't even like porn. I don't like naked pictures of men or women on my fucking house. I like art, paintings, and photographs, and regular, abstract. It's like that's what I like. I'm not. For me, I don't like sex. I mean, yeah, it's great. Great to have sex. Yeah, it's great when you're personal, one-on-one. It's great that way. But exploiting and talking about it it's fucking bullshit. Masculine. It's like I hate that. It's like you know, for me when I was back then, it's like sex wasn't part of my sex wasn't a big thing, you know. Date, I think was just going out with a girl. That was it. That was my biggest thing, just to go out with a girl, you know, and go on, you know, on a like a dream date or something, you know. That's I had fantasies back then when I was younger, going on a dream date or something, you know, like a perfect date. And it's like that was me back then, you know. It's like, and then being a cross dresser at the same time was kind of strange because I wasn't. I just liked dressing up back then, you know. I like being a cross dresser at the same time. You know, finding a woman that likes a cross dresser, you know, that's what they just back then, you know, the women couldn't handle that. I think couldn't handle being cross dressers, you know. So I had to hide in a fucking closet and play two personalities, you know. I had to lie and have two personalities, you know. But it was one thing is weird about when I was working at the warehouse. One of my coworkers told me, "Oh, if you dress up you like a you'll be a hot ass looking girl," you know. He said that right in front of my face, you know, because I was skinny and and he was looking at me weird. It's like, okay, you know, he thought I would be a perfect hot chick or something. it's, in this kind of way. So I remember that. I can remember that day when he said that to me, you know. On my skinny days. I was 100 and after high school I was 100 and like 15 pounds, 116 pounds. I was skinny motherfucker, you know. Yeah, I was like 100 pounds. I was really light and skinny and strong, you know. Bruce Lee my was my fan. I was into Bruce Lee, you know, because he was strong and skinny and all that stuff and really light. So I kind of like wanted to become like him, like strong like him and skinny. That was strong for a skinny guy, you know. But back then, that's you know, my coworker told me, yeah, I would have looked like a hot chick if I had long hair and wore mini skirts and high heels, you know. It's like, and he was right. He was right about me, you know. It's like, and then joining the army was different. I didn't think about it dressing up in the army because I was so busy being a soldier, you know, for the 4 years I was in. You know, I was so busy being a soldier, but still, I mean, I had girls. I had a couple German girls hit on me. I had two German girls hit on me. You know, they were big girls, but I was back then. I was into perfection, perfect girls. But it's like, but my standards were too high. Even as a nerd, my standard was too high, you know. And then I turned them both down. I avoided them, you know. You know, I had one. I had one in bed with me, a regular girl. She's not a big girl, but she was, you know. I didn't like her. It was like something about her I didn't want, you know. So I kind of drew her away, you know. And the other girl, she was blonde hair. She had two sisters. I remember hanging around with them. I kissed her. I think she was my first kiss. She was really nice. You know, she was a big girl, but she would have been a nice girlfriend. You know, I would have definitely. I should have fucking stayed. You know, I should have hooked up with her. You know, and her two sisters. I could never forget her kiss because she was a great kisser. You know, being a nerd, you know, we don't attract good-looking women. You know, so we always get the big ones. You know, the big women. It's like I avoided her too. You know, because in my mind I wanted the perfect girl. You know, that's what I wanted back in the army. It's like I could never get the perfect. And then there are other girls that came to the barracks, and this girl gave me her number. She was really nice looking, but I knew she was using me, so she'd go to the States. It's like, then I just kind of like took her number and threw it away because I didn't want to deal with her, because I know, we got girls that comes in the barracks, and all they do is want to basically just use you and come over to the States. That's what they did when I was in the army. It's like, yeah. And then I became friends with two co-workers in the army, and they were really nice. And I got the feel of talking to them, and it was just nice to be a friend to a girl. It was like that's how I started to feel comfortable. I was shy, to be honest. I was extremely shy guy back then. I was extremely shy guy. I'm very extremely shy. I could not go up to a girl, because it's like every time I went up to a girl, I start sweating. My palms start sweating. I start sweating, and then I kind of felt embarrassed. And then I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say to the girl. I didn't know what to say to them. You know, all I could say, you could just be yourself. Back then, being yourself. You can't be yourself. You had to make up these stupid lines to connect with girls. Back then you had to make up these stupid lines. For me, it was kind of weird because I go back. I went up to a girl for the first time and I'd say, "Hi, I am so and so and so," and then I got blown off like that. You know, because you can't be yourself. It's like, for me, it's like I always been myself. I always been myself. I never. And then something about the game of playing. You play these stupid games on picking up women and lines and all that bullshit. That's what I hate about this fucking world. It's like you have to make up lies. You have to make up lies. To pick up somebody or something. You can't be yourself. And then after the army, I went to truck driving school and all that stuff. And then I started driving. I started driving in like 95, 96. And from there, I did long haul for a while. I fucked up a lot. I got fired from my first job. After I got the army, I got fired from my first job because I took a trailer and put on a big huge piece on a boulder. Look, I didn't flip the thing and the truck going to the side. It's like, dang. That would have been funny as hell, though. I was trying to do a U-turn to get to this warehouse, Well, with an empty trailer. And I did $500 worth of damage on the on the airlines, Then I got fired from that. Then I did containers for a while. And then the computer started coming, then the internet started coming out. And in my mind, had this thought. It's like, I can go back being a cross-dresser again. And it's like, dang, yeah, I could order stuff online. Back then, when I was in high school, I used to order out of a catalog, AFES catalogs, All my stuff came in catalog, and then I used to send them a check, and then I got all the stuff for it, And they hidden it from my parents. But now, since like in 90, 96, 97, 98, I started going back cross-dressing, Even in my apartment, I started cross-dressing, and because I had a computer and everything. And then I bought my first house, Then my wardrobe started building up really big and all that stuff. And then I went on the AOL online, and that's when I first started finding out that you could take pictures of yourself. So I used to make sexy pictures of myself, and I attracted a lot of guys. You know, and they say, "Oh wow, I like this," you know. And then I had I think I had my first guy that came with me was nasty guy, nasty crossdresser. It's like, okay, it was really nasty. I kind of avoided his ass, got rid of him. And then I had another guy, like I said, a construction worker. He was like, yeah, he bought me a lot of stuff. Bought me what all I have to do is ask, and he'll buy for me, you know. He was my first kiss for a guy. Yeah, this guy had a beard and everything. He was my first kiss for a guy. It wasn't that bad, actually. The first time I kissed a guy, you know. I actually liked it. Yeah, and then I was into it. And then he visited my place a couple of times. And then he moved back upstate, up north, you know. And then after that, I think, yeah, I had him a couple of times, and then I went up to Greenville and I visited another crossdresser, and she was kind of, I don't know. She wore gloves so she could cover up her nails, which is like this kind of, and she was married. It was weird about me is I always meet married couples. What's up with the married couples, you know? It's like every one of them I meet, they were all married. And they were sleeping behind their wife's back, you know? Just to meet me, because I looked like the Brazilian type. Back then I looked like the Brazilian type girl, you know? The doctor that told me about where I could do my change and said, why don't you go Brazilian? He thinks I was a Brazilian type because I look like a Brazilian type transsexual, you know? Or, yeah. But it's like, it was weird, you know? Then I went to the meetings, went to cross-dressing meetings after all my experiences, and then I met these two other girls, cross-dresser. Never gonna do that again. I got raped by two of them. I think I told you about that already. And I met my ex at the cross-dressing meeting, and she was married. My ex was married during that time. Here I go again. I end up finding another married couple, you know. But during that time, she was working as a maid, and I was in a job where I was home every day, like the one I'm doing right now. I was home on the weekends and all that stuff. And she came visit me sometimes, you know. And then I decided to go transition, you know, so I went to Atlanta to go see a therapist. You know, I went to Atlanta to see a therapist. You know, I did that for like 2 years, actually. You know, 2 years. And my ex wanted to come with me. So, okay, I told her, okay, it's good that we transition in pairs, you know, so we transition together so we can help each other, you know. And she became my first trans lesbian kiss, actually. No, she's not. Never mind. She didn't become my first trans. My first transgender relationship, actually. Yeah. And we started out as friends, and then we became best friends. Then we became really intimate and sexual friends, and then we should have stayed that way, I think. Stupid me, I proposed to her and married her, you know. What's funny about me is, like, all my experiences was with my ex. You know, I had gay, straight, and lesbian sex. Yeah, and I got married legally. Yeah, because I was born abroad, so it was kind of back then. It was kind of hard to find. I couldn't change my birth certificate because I was born in Germany, and I tried to get the stupid ambassador to see if they could change my birth certificate. You know, it was complicated. I still can't do it because it's so fucking complicated. It sucks to be born in another country. You know. Yeah, for me, it's like, you know, yeah, my ex is like, she changed my life. She changed my life. Yeah, we had a perfect we had a perfect relationship. It was nice. She was 10 years older than I am. I'm, I miss, it's weird, it's like, first relationships is the worst, is the worst, you know? She was my actual first relationship, you know? And for 7, 8 years, 9 years, uh, it's like, how can I find somebody like her, you know? Or somebody like me. Because there's nobody like her, you know, my ex, you know. There's nobody like her. You know, there's only one her, you know. One unique her. Because she was, I had, I enjoyed our time, you know. I enjoyed every moment we had together, you know. I didn't want to be the dom, you know. I didn't want to be a dominant. I wanted a regular relationship, you know. I didn't want to be the dom. I, I, I was a dom for her, you know. I wasn't a dom for myself. I was a dom for her. I was molded for her, you know. I was molded, you know. It's in her image of what she wants me to be. Yeah, it's fun. One thing is weird is after 7 years, she calls me up and and she wants to be friends with me. And after all that time, she's played the silent game on me. It's forget about it. It's like she has control and I don't. I can't. I have no say in anything for her. You know. I can't express myself to her. I can't get angry at her because she's the one who shut me out completely. You know. And still this day, she still shuts me out completely because she has the control. That's how it works with her. Because she listened to her fucking new fucking wife. 7 years I've been trying to talk to her. You tell me I should be nice to her. Also, I should become friends with her. After 7 years of shutting off, and also, turn around. I was stupid enough to pay for her to go to France. That's how nice I am. I'm very nice, and I pay for her to go to France so she could do her book. It was like an investment. But it's like now I said one little word to her. And now she shuts me out just like she did for the past 7, 8 years. 7 years. And she's doing the same thing all over again. She has control, I don't, you know. talk about me being fucking being. You talk about me being angry. It's like it's when you know all of a sudden she just shuts you out, and then during that time, 7 years, you're still married to her. You know, you're still married to her during that 7 years, and then finally after the end of the 7 years, I told her I want to get a divorce. And then after that, after she got divorced, she went and got married. Just like that. You talk about depressing. I let myself go. I let myself go because I got sick and tired. I got depressed. I got angry and I got fucking frustrated because I feel like I've been cast out. Her Christianity. You know what she did? She went and married a fucking Christian girl. You know? She's a liberal. But it's like, she went and married a Christian girl. I don't know. I guess it's the last time I'm ever gonna talk to her. No, if she does, sooner or later she's gonna call me again and say, "Oh, let's get back to me." I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm not doing nothing no more. Just quit. I'm sick of. That's why I hate being friends. It's just. I feel like I'm being used most of the time. I feel like I'm always being used. That's why this fucking world sucks. This world fucking sucks. People always use people. I hate being used. I feel I'm depressed right now. I'm fucking depressed. Thank you. Have a nice day.